Oops, wrong. See what we can get today. Hitch. Come on then. My chat box is white. I don't know why it's like that. Hopefully it'll be working properly. See what we can find. Ooh. Well, we can butcher that. Oh, there's something. I'm just going to close and reopen that chat window because I don't think that is as it should be. It's better. That's the right colour now. Sorry about that. Oh, that's good. We were talking yesterday about things that you can use for first aid. I could use that. Actually, we'll do it when she's finished foraging this. If we combine the animal fat with garlic, you get something called farmer's salve, and that is good for poisonous wounds. Now her skill's so low she may not be able to do the combine, but I think I'll get 3 tries. Yeah, need to be on solid ground. Yeah, that's something else that Wurm does. Some things you can do from horseback or donkey back, whatever. Some things you can do while, on your cart or your wagon, and some things you have to do standing on the ground. But you dare run away. Right, yeah, it failed. Oh no, it's not. It's more than. Yeah, it'll let me do more. That's good. No, it's still failing. Let's do it on the stack. Then it'll try to work with both garlics. Even doing the... Oh, it counts as alchemy. Oh, that's good for starting off alchemy then. Quite easy to get ingredients. So yeah, I may not be able to do it. I'll give it another go. Purely because my skill is so low. I don't want to waste too much time doing it, but that's how you would do it But yeah, that would be Farmer's South. 45% chance. That's not actually too bad. But yeah, I'm not going to waste any more time trying to do that. Um, Useful for a lot of wounds as well. If you get attacked by a troll, I think they give you bruise damage, and you can also use that for bruises. So it's bruises, internal wounds, and poison wounds. I've just got to mute this a second, and I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I might give that a go again, see if I can make the farmers sell. At 45% chance, it should do it eventually. Set it up to do it after we've forgot about that. The other one was healing covers, but I'm not getting enough. You can definitely use mushrooms and healing covers. I'm not getting enough. My butchery is not good enough to give me a variety of stuff from what I butcher. And also I haven't got a proper butchering knife. To be able to do the healing covers, but just have a look and see if one of them will say make fishing bait. Oh yeah, you can. There's lots of different fishing baits. So you can make fishing baits from the wheat. There's lots of other ones. I think that's about the only one that you can get from the forage stuff. But yeah, for the healing covers, it's usually animal parts and then combine it with like a mushroom or a herb. So keep an eye out, see if there's anything else we can butcher so we can experiment with that. There's quite a lot of nodes around in this bit. Let's open up this in case I need bandage for the briar patch. I think the briar patch is the only one that's likely to injure you. There are thorn bushes as well. Actually, we haven't seen a thorn bush. That's because people don't like them and cut them down. But yeah, if you walk through a thorn bush, you can take injury on your body from walking through it. And usually more than one. It's quite nasty. PvP players like it because it's an extra line of defense. But most PvE players, unless they want it as like some sort of decoration, don't actually want them. We're saying about the various gods, there's 4 gods. Mission thing's gone off again. Hold on, let me open that up. More mission progress. Usually have it there because that window expands. Yeah, there's one of the gods. If you are a faux priest, you can actually walk through thorn bushes without taking damage, but that's the only one that gets that exemption, because he's sort of very nature orientated. Slay the traitor donkey. Oh dear. They want you to sacrifice 8 decent sacrificial knives. The reason I'm laughing is, I'll show you. Wrong one. This is the crafting searches here. It's under. I've searched for it. It's under knives. There. Sacrificial knife. So to make a sacrificial knife is quite involved. Unless you've got lots of gems, which you get from mining. You can also get gems from, used to be able to get them from the Easter Bunny. When the eggs decayed, you'd get either a gem or salt or flint. So sometimes, not very often now, you can find them around the starting villages where the bunnies used to run and drop the eggs. You can still get the eggs that decay, but you have to butcher a bunny corpse, Easter bunny corpse. And then you leave that for a little while and it'll decay into what I mentioned. The other way to get gems is, I think you can get them in the treasure chests when you do the treasure maps, and you can also get them from one of the holy sites, Magranon, the fisher, but I think you have to be a priest for that. So it's not the easiest thing to get hold of. And then the mission wants 8 of them. Somebody's actually sacrificed 4. 8 isn't actually too many. Sometimes they ask for hundreds of things. Let's sacrifice 7 tortoises. And that gives stuff to the Magranon avatar, which they are huge. G22. G22. So north of Whiteface somewhere. No, that's wrong. Closer to Summerholt. Yeah. But yeah, those avatars are huge. Players do like to kill them. They are hard to kill, but players do like to. Venerable fat unicorn. Right, we're getting pretty full. The missions have various rewards. So if you open up the windows and it says what the reward is. Sleep bonus is the bottom bar here, and I haven't got any. And it also gives karma, which is nice. Karma is, where are we? She won't have any on here. No, I think because she hasn't got any, it won't show it. it's you save up the karma and it has like one-off beneficial things that it can, well, not one-off, you save up a lot of points. Say I wanted to, say I was wanting to go to a dragon slay. Now there's a spell that priests can cast which would summon you to that dragon slay. So you just appear as you are, no cart, no horse, but all your armour and whatnot. And then after the slay, if I had enough karma, I could use the karma to do a town portal to send me home. But I think it costs something like 3,000 karma, so you have to save up quite a lot. So that's why it's worth doing the missions, because they reward karma and sleep bonus. 62 karma on there. And most of them, I think, do. That's sleep bonus, more karma. Yeah, I haven't got any sleep bonus. Very involved. Lots you can make and lots you can do. Yeah, sacrificial knife is more for priests as well. Different altars and different materials. That's for priests, but followers can also use those to pray. Things you can do with alchemy. Lye is for making leather. Tannin, I think that's cloth making. Animal equipment, loads of animal equipment. Let's get something else to forage first. That'll do. Dyeable cloth barding, so I think it has 2 sections which you can dye, so you can, make it your own. Different types of needles to do those. Pet bowls, so they can feed themselves. Fill up that with stuff. Various hooves and different metals. I think the gold and the silver are just for unicorns, but I might be wrong. Let's get something else to forage. I would do that, but that is going to be all heavy stuff. Actually, we're not far from... I will do that, and then I can put it all in that bulk storage bin over there, just so you can see what you can get from the rubble. I might have too much on me actually now, but we'll give it a go. Yeah, the various horseshoes. Chain barding, so that would be like chainmail armour for your horse. Saddle, that's the horse one. I'm not entirely sure what the large one's for. It might not be for anything. I'm not sure. Bridle, to lead it around. Other types of barding, that's the other version of the cloth barding, which is undyeable, whereas you've got the other one up there that you can dye. Leather as well. Hitching posts, that's what the donkeys are hitched to, so they don't run away. We only got stone shards from that anyway. That can be smelted so that you can have an iron lump, and then you can make stuff from that. Where are we? saddlebags. So you would make a saddle, and then the saddlebags would go in the saddle, and you can carry extra stuff around if you're just riding around on your horse or your donkey or your mule. That's from farming. You can make various food items, and feeding trough is basically looks like, oh, there's a troll there. Basically looks like the hitching post without the hitching part, so it's just the lower part of it, the feeding trough. So there's lots you can do for your animals and your pets, because you can breed virtually everything in Wurm. That's taking it to the parts as well, the individual pieces. Leather, this is all the different armours. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be pretty slow on this donkey actually, but I'm going to attempt to lead him in to grey meat. See, that shows how difficult. I'm not going to stop because he's going to hit me, but that shows how difficult it is for me to fight with all the red showing up on the fight menu. You're still with me. Yeah, I don't want him hanging around. Not just for me, for other new players as well, because if they come in, they're going to die to that thing. Aged troll, the guards are coming, that's right then. Yep, armour, you got the leather stuff, and then the stuff, you make that, and you can wear it like that, but if you want to, you can add studs to it and make it into studded. And that's what we were saying that I could do with the newbie stuff. You can actually add studs to this, even though it's the starter item, if I wanted to. You can make chainmail, so various chainmail bits, and in all different metals. Right, let's start selling this. Lead. Looking ever so slowly because I've got heavy stuff on me. Right, let's get rid of that corpse because that'll be heavy. So let's keep that. We'll have another go with the garlic. So we're going to be a farmer's salve. Plate mail. So you can do that in all various different metals as well, same as the chain. Some metals are better than others, so you have to look it up and see what's best. Archaeology, you can actually make plate mail from the fragments that you get. You can also make chain mail from the fragments you get. They don't do leather, which I think is a shame. But saying that, archaeology is already enough involved as it is. So yeah, if you're doing it from archaeology, it will give you stuff like gold plate, which is not necessarily the best. Might look good, but it's not necessarily the best. You can make it from the alloys as well, so your brass, your steel, your bronze. You can make it from moon metals as well, your Saril, glimmer steel, adamantium, adamantine. Inferium, I think that's classed as a moon metal, but gaining that is slightly different from the others. The others you can get from doing rifts, and you can buy it in the shop. This one you get from meteorites. So that's all the various plates, different plate parts. There's about 3 or 4 different helms that are plate, and One of them, the open ham, you can actually cook in. It's a cooking container. Oh, did we actually? Oh, we made a farmer's sow. There we go. Does it actually say what it does? There you go, cures swelling and bruises. So it actually does bruises, internal damage and poison. Right, so we can sell that now. And what I will do, I'll keep... So that's got 10 uses, depending on the size of the wound. So it works in a similar way to the cotton and the wool. But it's actually a lot lighter. But then it's got limited use. It only does certain wounds. Where are we up to? The armour. Right, the drake. This is from the... This is the hide that you get from the dragon hatchlings. You make that into various drake armours, and that comes in different colours depending on what colour your drake was. Dragon scale, that's from the unique dragons, and the drakes are dragon hatchlings are uniques as well. Brown bear helm and paper mask. Paper mask came in quite recently, I think. That was something to do with Christmas or Halloween from last year. There's bags. So I've got the backpack, you can literally put it on your back. They've got skins for those as well. You've got various skins that you can buy when they're available in the shop. So you've got one that looks like a bear. There was one that for Easter time that looked like a bunny. Quiver, water skin, obviously for carrying around water. Satchel, that's a smaller bag. And 4 satchels will fit inside a backpack. So making your stuff a bit more organised. And like if you've got bags, the saddle bags, you can put satchels in those as well. But you are limited by the weight of the items and how many items it will fit and how bulky the items are, how big they are, how much room they take up. So generally, rule of thumb is a backpack will take 100 items, a satchel will take 100 items, but not always, because it's like stone shards, they're 20 kilograms. You wouldn't be able to fit much of those in a backpack or a satchel because they're also bulky as well. Oh, got a coin selling to the token. Again, that's the second time that's happened in this series. Well, I cannot complain. That is very nice. Thank you very much for the silver coin. The king awards you with a rare coin. Yes. Wasn't expecting that, but yeah, that's the other way you can get it. There are a couple other ways that you can get the rare coin roll. You've seen me pick up the corpses, and I'm actually selling the corpses to the token because I can get guaranteed 11 copper, not 11 copper, sorry, apologies, 11 iron from selling that. But there is also a chance if I tried to bury it with my shovel, that I would get a rare roll chance of having a coin from burying it as well. So it's, shall I sell it to the token for a guaranteed 11 iron, or shall I bury it and hope for a random roll coin? So while I'm doing this, I'm just going to sell them to the token. The other way that you can get a rare roll for a coin is actually killing an animal as well. Even one that say you're going along and an animal's attacked you and it is actually hit you and damaged you. Even if you call the guards to it to kill it for you, you still get a chance of having that rare roll coin coming from that animal dying, which is quite nice. I think those are the only other ways. You get a version of coinage from the treasure chests, from doing the maps, from doing these. Because those, open those and I would get a treasure chest and I'd have to go and find the rare treasure chest. And inside those, I think it's called a wooden token, and they count as coin. And what you would do is, if you had a deed, you'd find your settlement token, this thing, and you would right click, and I think it's somewhere, I think it probably comes under settlement, I'm not sure, and it would say put your tokens in, and what happens is, instead of taking the monthly upkeep from your bank account, it would take the tokens first. So it's nice to go out and try and find those and sort of like get a month's upkeep out of those and put it in the token, in the settlement token. Oop, no, stone shards don't sell. I don't think the rock does either. No, that's why I don't normally get them. Is that fertile? Could be fertile, so it's got a 10% chance of being fertile. We'll sell it. Right, don't sell me coin. Put the coin in the bank. That takes us to 4 silver, 32 copper, and 56 iron. Still got a couple of bits to sell. Over halfway there then to our 8 silver. But just under 3 hours left on the newbie buffs. And in that case, I'm going to talk to him and get myself fed. Ah, well, that's interesting. Because my newbie buffs aren't up and they're supposed to last for 24 hours and he's supposed to last for 24 hours. So something doesn't add up there. Yeah, right. Means I'm going to have to do cooking. Right, I'm going to pop these in the box. In the storage. Oh, we might as well grab that troll and butcher it as well. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. That's a bit odd. Because he's supposed to feed me for 24 hours, and these are only supposed to last 24 hours, so it should be the same. Too much. Caring too much. Doesn't really matter. Stone shards, they're 10. These are around 10. They'll do. Right. Well, I had water on me. Did I empty it out? No. We'll butcher him and sell these bits as well. We usually sell the clubs. You can improve them now. Never used to be able to improve them. Oh, there we go. That's helpful. Talking about healing covers. One of the best healing covers you can do is Tooth with Gland. Counts as alchemy, mix, and then it'll attempt to do a healing cover. Don't think it's going to do it for me, but we'll give it a try just to show you. Because my healing's... Oh, it did do it. That's useful. Healing cover. So you would... Say you were injured, you can use this with a bandage. So you use your cotton first, and say you had a bad head injury, you'd use the cotton, and then you can come along and use the healing cover as well. And the cotton and the wool has a white dot on the injury, and this is a bluish dot on the injury, so you can see, whether it's the healing has worked or not. And the other nice thing about them is that you can sell them to the token. So say you had some really low quality tooth, low quality gland, combined them and it was a better quality, you'd actually get more money for it, making a healing cover from the ingredients than from the ingredients, if that makes sense. Anyway, we'll sell these. I'm going to keep that one just in case I need something, in case I get a bad injury from something attacking me when these wear off. We've only got 2 hours left. And I'll have to keep an eye on the food now as well. Right. Oh, somebody died. The death tab. Trying to move that window. Right. Who died? Moles Molyneux. Slain by aged scorpion, old hell scorpius. Well, that's not very nice. Hell scorpius is bad enough, but scorpion as well. See, sometimes in Wurm, you're fighting one creature and you don't realise that another creature has snuck up behind you and is attacking you from behind. And sometimes when you realise, it's already too late. Rest in peace. And they can respawn at their deed, or at their tent, or at the starter village, like this one. So when you die, you actually get a drop-down list of options where you want to respawn. I think you might be able to spawn at allied deeds as well, but that might have that might be part of a permission system, so I'm not sure how that works. Mission has expired, so there's a new mission for need you to from Magwanon. Need you to sacrifice 16 of the hidden burning diamonds, which can be found by investigating and digging in the wilderness. So those hidden burning diamonds would be a ground spawn item that is sort of like a blue smoky. Oh, there's a hell scorpius. Like a blue smoky star, basically. And you would sacrifice those at your altar to get credit for that mission. This is too steep, I'm going to go around. And it says found by investigating and digging. So if you're digging, say, to terraform your land to make it flatter or whatever, you've got a chance of finding one of those stars. And you've also got a chance of finding them if you're doing archaeology. So that's quite a popular mission. People like doing them. And you sometimes come across the old ones as well from old missions, because they do take a couple of days to decay. And you can still sacrifice those, and it adds benefits to your village from sacrificing them. And people sometimes sell them in freedom as well, so that other people can work on the mission if they want, and the seller's not too bothered. Just thinking about the food. Right, I'm going to keep back. It's got a couple of rare bits in there. I'm going to keep back the pumpkin. So I want to make a decent sized meal. If I don't make something to eat, it's going to be harder for me to forage and botanize. So I should have kept that troll meat. Darn it. What's that? Hell scorpius. I could drive him to the guards, actually. Is he close enough to a guard tower? Call the guards on him. Oh yeah, it's close enough to the guard tower. Oh, no, it's not aggroed me. Foraging's going up slowly. Oh, here come the guards. You can call them quite a distance from the tower. There's the tower, look. Excuse me while I just get this. Yeah, quite similar looking to sort of fiery effect to the hell horses and to the The hounds. The hellhounds. And you get champion ones of these, which are huge. This is just a normal one. Guards are doing okay. The champion ones would take out the guards. You might need to wait for guard respawn. Guards respawn roughly every 15-20 minutes. I think. Don't quote me on that. So he's wounded. So we can have a look at his wounds. Equipment. So I could actually bandage him up as well if I wanted to. And same goes for your animals. If my donkey was to get injured, or my horse was to get injured, I could bandage it up as well. Actually, he's going to take that guard out. You're on a timer to call guards, so I'm going to call some more guards. Because the tower. Oh no. That must be only 20 quality or 30 quality, that tower. That's not good. I'm going to actually help. Usually guard towers, people like to get them to about 60 quality. And then that is, if it's a normal guard tower, not rare or supreme or whatever. Yeah, stand back. Let the other one get the aggro. Get the aggro on the guard so he's not directly attacking me. Because he would kick my rear, so to speak. Is he still going for me? No, it's on the guard, I think. I'll get this and butcher it, sell the corpse, and if it's got some meat, I'm going to keep the meat back so that I can do a meal. I'm going to have to make a knife as well. No guards. Yeah, make the guard towers to about 60 quality, and that means that you get 5 guards. Unless it's a rare or a higher type of rare like a supreme, where you get 1 more guard for a rare, 2 for a supreme, and so on. Should we focus in now? No. I really do not want to be doing this one on my own. I do not want to be doing this one on my own. No. I will run away, by the way. No, no, I don't think so. And you can see why that player died from this Scorpus earlier. It's because they are pretty nails. Is he following? Where'd he go? There he is. See if we got a respawn on the guards. No, that wasn't really very clever. No, he's not got me too bad. 7, 11, 6. Now, when you're injured, you've got more chance of finding cotton and wool from what you're foraging. I'm going to come over here so I'm well away from him. Are any of them bruises? Hole, hole, hole. And I can queue the actions up for different wounds. My action queue is only at 3, but that improves as your skill goes up. I think that's based on is it mind logic? I think it's mind logic. If that as that goes up, you get more in your action queue, provided you've got the stamina to do it. So those two are already bandaged. And if it was a really bad wound, then I could add the healing cover to it as well. And then that would have a little blue icon next to the white one. Or a little blue dot. But it's healing. Light wound, bandaged, healing. So that'll be fine. Queue up 3 on there so it actually gets it done. But you can see how quickly you can die to a mob in this. My fight skill obviously is not brilliant, and neither is the weapon. Ideally, you want sort of a much better quality weapon than that. But everything in Wurm takes time to develop. It is a grindy game. But people still like it. Because you get a sense of achievement of getting something done, when you're like at 50 skill in something, or 60 or 70, or when you finally get to 100 skill, it's like, yes, I've done it. Right, those are bandaged up. Probably not the best thing to forage bot while I'm injured, but see, he's slowly healing up now. Actually, see if we can call the guards on him now. Might be too far away. No guards at the tower. Or it's too far away. Yeah, gonna have that pumpkin. Gonna have a couple of the herbs. Where are we? Cabbage, parsley. Actually, is that the best quality? No, take the other one. When you're cooking, you want the highest quality stuff. Pop the rosemary in. That might be too much for my skill, but I'll try it. My cooking's going to be really bad anyway. Actually, yes, Cookie. I'm going to have Kitty. I'm going to fight you because I want some meat for my dinner. I could fish, actually. I'd have to go somewhere where there's got. I could teleport to somewhere that's got some water and do some fishing. Or search the water nodes that are there, because you can get fish from the water nodes now. But kitty will do. It's a mature kitty, so it's relatively young, so it wasn't too bad for me to take on. I haven't got a butcher's knife, but I only need one bit of meat. I do. I'm probably going to have to do more than one meal, thinking about it. Night time now. I'll grab some of this and then go into sell. Can't see anything else. Alright, sell all this. Just make sure I've got veggie, some herbs, and some meat for the meal. Now with that, the feline meat, 1.2 kilograms. You can fillet that, but because I want to make a meal that is as big as possible to feed me quite well, I'm not going to fillet it. What I will do is make a knife and I will dice it and mince it. And use it that way, just so that I've got more meat. And it will fill up some of this calories, carbs, fats, protein bars. Probably not very well because of my low cooking skill, like non-existent cooking skill. So I'm going to do this stream a bit longer, just so if anybody's interested, they can see me attempt to make a frying pan from virtually no skill, and just a basic knife. And try and cook something, but it's not going to be very good. Right, well, I'll wait for that to update. And ride the donkey. That's roughly about the hour for doing fire. There we go, it's healed. The ones that were bandaged just slowly getting better. They've gone from light wound to very light wound. Repair all this as well. It was a pretty close fight, actually. Would have been alright if there was an extra guard. Never mind. It shows you getting my rear kicked. Okay. Gonna need some wood for fuel. It should be fine. Which is the lowest quality? So is there anything in there? No. That's the lowest quality as well. You take, well no, leave the willow one. Because that could be used for the other stuff. Take those three. I think weed. It's just lowest quality branch, apart from the oak one. I'm going to use a carving knife to make some kindling from the branches. I might need more than one kindling because of my low skill. Oh, I've got three, that'll be enough. Take those with us. Right, we also want the rock. That's underweight rock. I think it should still smelt, but it'll be an underweight lump slightly. That'll still work for the purposes that we want it to. So I'm just going to need wood for fuel. What's this wood? You can use wood scrap for fuel as well. But I'll just use one of these low quality logs. And there's a mine over here. Now, I used to be able to cook in forges, but now I think most of the meals designate that it wants to be cooked in an oven or on the fire. It will say on under law where you can use it. I brought the iron. Oh, it's got a double sandstone vein. Just some fire. Yep. So you're not running away. I'll lead you. Okay. So open this up. It's got a grab in it. Why has it got a grab in it? Very strange. Put it in a pile. I'll put it in a pile with the wood scrap and I'll put it back in the oven just in case somebody wanted it, but why they would want it, I don't know. Right, open. Put that in. I can always mine. There's an iron vein there. I can always mine. But this is actually going to be higher quality than what I'm going to mine. I'll be mining roughly about one quality because that's my skill. Right, let's get this lit. We start with, oh, where did I put it? Tools, yep. Start with the two, steel and flint. You need to have kindling in your inventory to light it. It'll probably fail because I've got bad skill in fire lighting. Yeah, no. Fire making. And then I'm gonna burn something that's actually, ideally when you're burning logs you want about 20 kilogram log, so cut like a few kindlings off a full log, or maybe one off that one. I'll use this one, so that should be enough to get these to be able to smelt and make into a frying pan. And a knife. Somebody's put a few. That's what it'll look like when they're melted. They're actually much higher quality than what I'm going to be getting. The quality just means the frying pan will heat up faster, I believe. Right, chuck the branches in there, don't need them. Somebody else might want the kindling. Probably make sure it doesn't clash with the other log. No, that was 50. So those are okay. Nice high quality board. So these will heat up fairly fast. And then I'll use them on the anvils to make what I need. I might have to make a small one of my own, I'm not sure. Oh, actually we did want a log, didn't we? I wanted that one. I only want to make a little fire over there. Actually, I'll wait until I've got the actual frying pan. There we go, there's the lumps. That's the one that was underweight, so it's slightly underweight lump. So let's have a go at doing a knife first. Create cooking knife. That's not hot enough. Got it to be glowing. And if you look at the fire, it tells you all the details about it. And tries to give you an idea of how long it's going to last. The better skill you have in fire making, I think it gives you a more definite time of how long it's going to burn for. But this is going to last for a little while at least. So it did put a small log in, but it should be enough to be able to make what we want to make. This will turn red after a while and I'll be able to use it then, but it'll also go even hotter. It goes to a sort of a pale bluey colour at its hottest. And the reason I'm going to make the knife is just because I want to chop it up. I could actually, because those are only going to get wasted, I could actually make another meal maybe from those later. Because they don't sell. There we go, it's gone red. They're underweight, I'm taking a little bit longer. Right, let's try that again. Cooking knife. And the fork and the spoon are also for using in cookery. The fork, I think, you can make cream. Usually for mixing as well, if you've got something in the bowl and you want to mix it. Right, failed. Cue this up a few times to do the knife. I've got 39% chance. Oh, there we go. A 1 quality knife. Blacksmithing skill of 1.69 and a smithing skill. And bodies increase as well. Right, that was a knife. That's cooled down. It's cooled down fast because I pulled it out as soon as it went red. Need to leave it in there really for a little longer, so I'll take the rest of the others. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm taking all three at once. So I've got my shift key down and I'm clicking from top to bottom. Take those three out. Now I want to combine, so I'm clicking the top one, holding the shift key, going down to the last one so that they're all highlighted, and pressing combine, and then I get a bigger lump. Hopefully that's going to be big enough for me to do. No, it'll be the large hand. A frying pan. So you can do cauldrons and saucepans, 38% chance. I might have to give this a few goes. And I'm losing kilograms, well, I'm losing grams off of my lump. So I may have to get more iron. Oh no, there we go. Did it. So they're both 1 quality because of my skill and because these are low quality lumps. I'm going to actually let them heat up and I'm going to use the lump on them to improve them slightly. There are other tools and things that can improve them, and it shows up there what it needs to be improved. So at the moment it just wants the lump, but it could want water, it could want me to polish it with a pelt, it could want a hammer, not a mallet, could want a hammer to improve it. And if you need to make a hammer, you should make 2 hammers, and you should also make 2 mallets, especially if you want to improve them, because the hammer will end up requiring at some stage a hammer to improve it. Same with a mallet. A mallet will at some stage require a mallet to improve it. So if you're going to make a mallet and you're going to make a hammer, you need to make 2 of each, at least. Right. We'll use a smaller lump to improve this. You see all sorts of skills going up, my body skills, because I'm actually doing, in essence, hard work. The smithing is going up, the blacksmithing is going up. It still requires a lump, that's good. Now how far I can improve it, imp it, is based on the quality of the lump. So, and if I fail, I damage it. So I repair. And I damage that one as well. Repair. But you get repairing skill off that, you get miscellaneous skill off that. and that's all under this. So you got your miscellaneous there. That's the repairing. There's the smithing. Smithing, the various smithing skills. Metallurgy is basically making alloys. Give it another go. Just try and get another bit. Yeah, I won't be able to, if this gets over, say it went to over 5 and then required a lump to improve it. Oops, okay. I wouldn't be able to continue using this lump because it would be under 5. I'd have to have a 5 quality lump or over to improve it further. Now that one now requires a pelt to polish, so I could use either of those two. The newbie one, which I started with, and the one that I got off a random cat. And if you use it, like that one, it'll take a slight amount of damage. There we go, that frying pan is now over 5. If I try and use a lump on it, it will say lump is too low quality to improve the frying pan because it's under the 5 that the frying pan now is. This one's 4.39, so yeah, that's too high as well. I'm buying them. Now, I'm not going to put it in the. Let's just check. Turn the skills off. Somebody's already got a lump of iron, or several lumps of iron, in that one at 44 quality. Now, if I was to put my 4 quality ones in there, that would bring the quality of those down. That's not what I want to do. So I'm going to look in this one and see if there's any lumps in there. And because there's no lumps in there, that's a high quality lump. Anyway, I'm going to put them in there. And it's split back down to the 1 kilogram lumps before I combine them. So there's actually 4 lumps in there. Take the frying pan out. Now I can either leave this burning, or if I cook my steel and flint, I can snuff it. So I'm going to snuff it because I don't need that anymore. Right, my knife. I am going to create food. I'm going to make it into diced meat. If I'd have made a butchering knife, I would have filleted it, but I've already said I don't want to do that. So I'm going to dice it and I'm going to mince it. And with this game, when you're cooking, you want to process all of your ingredients as much as you can. So that's as far as I can process it at the moment. I'm going to chop the rosemary, I'm going to chop the parsley, I'm going to chop the lovage. And you'll see that my cooking skill is going up just from chopping up the ingredients. This will slow down after a while. As you get better in cookery, you need to do more complex meals to be able to get skill. Now it's coming out as lower quality when I've chopped it because of my low cooking skill. I'm also going to chop the pumpkin. If I chop these up, they're going to no longer be rare. Right. That's right. I'm going to go outside to cook this. Hopefully that kindling's enough. Go over to where the other donkey is and try and cook this. I'll have to have a look and see how long all the stream times add up and see if it tallies with I've got just under 2 hours now on the newbie timers. See if it tallies with that, because I don't think it does. Right, hitch donkey, don't need donkey anymore. I'm walking slowly because of the log being heavy. See, it's flashing. Don't need a knife, so I can put that in there. Right, now, to make a normal fire, like a campfire, it's a steel and flint on the kindling. Now, if it fails, I will lose part of the weight of the kindling, which I did, which is why I made more than one. Create furnace campfire. Failed again. Now, same as combining the iron before, I can highlight that one and I can right click that one and I can click combine. So then we've got a bigger lump of kindling to try again. 51%, so it's not too hard to do. There we go. Our campfire. Now, open the campfire. Put in the frying pan. This will show you a little bit of the cooking skill actually. I'm saying about for cooking you need to process everything as much as you can. So I minced up the meat. I'm just going to cook the meat on its own first. And if you go law, it tells you. I think this may work because I haven't discovered this yet. I think it may work. So it's confirming that whatever I've got in the frying pan is going to get cooked, and it tells you the difficulty under the law. So if you're going to make a more complicated meal, you put an ingredient in and say law, and then it should say, maybe you should add this, and maybe you should add that. This will make a fried meat. Now what I'm also going to do, I'm not going to put these ingredients in the pan, I'm going to put them actually in the campfire to heat up. Because like with doing the smithing, once things get to the right temperature, they will be cooked. So we've got our nice little frying pan on the fire cooking the meat. Can also do this with fish. So say a sardine or whatever it is that you can fish, I could have that in the frying pan, or a fillet as well, and it would actually look like a fish if it was a fish, which is quite a nice touch. So this will eventually change colour and say cooked. Oh, I haven't fueled it. I'll fuel it with a log. So burn that. Same with it's only 6 quality campfire, but it'll do the job. Same as with the forage, because I've got low fire making skill, 1.46, whatever. I can't get a good gauge of how long it's going to last, but from that it will last a while. And the same as the forge, I can snuff it out if I want to. There's the cooking. All the things that I could cook if I want to. Casserole is done in a bowl. It's quite detailed how you make things. You can cook it in an oven or forge a campfire. You can use a pottery bowl. Now newbies start with pottery bowl. I've got water in mine, so I'll have a drink of that. Takes 9 kilograms of water. If you lose your bowl as a new player, you can use a carving knife on a log and cut a plate, and a plate will also allow you to store water. So if you die to some nasty creature and you lose your newbie bowl, because I don't think that one's death capped, then at least you can have an easy means of making something that you can carry water in if you haven't got leather to, make anything, or bucket. A bucket is a bit too heavy to carry around, but a plate is not too bad, and the bowl's not too bad either. Like, come on, meat, cook. Yep. So what you do this, any meat, any fruit, any cereal, so like any grain, just follow that, put it in the bowl, and then you could cook your casserole. If you haven't got meat, you can do a herb casserole. The reason I'm going to do a meal in a frying pan is it's a better meal, a better food item than doing the casserole. And they're saying here, yeah, process them. There you go, fried meat added to this cookery list. So you start off with 97, and I've just added somewhere in this list fried meat. Right, so I'm taking that out. Now I'm going to put the veg in and cook the veg on its own. There we go, must be fried meat added to your cookbook. Alright. And there is where is it? May not be able to show. It's about treasure hunts. That's map making. No, it doesn't show on there. But there's something to do in the journals where you cook 500 recipes. But that includes brewing as well, because you can make wine. I think it gives you it tells you about rice wine and red wine and the unfermented. So those you'd have to put in a wine barrel to further process them. So it's green, blue grape, and the rice wine as well. There you are, this is for using the fork, making a whipped cream. 3 different milks. You've got bison milk, cow milk, and sheep milk. And the veg is nearly done. Just have a look, make sure that's still going nicely. There's lots of drinks. You can make spiced coffee. That has certain benefits. Basic things like sandwiches. This is stuff I don't know how to make. So you can make pesto, you can do bacon, various processed eggs. That's there are certain recipes that if a player discovers them, they get it and they're the first one to discover it, they get it named after them. So this one, this player has discovered various cheeses. You can make from the milks, make fries, gravy, process with a hand. If it says use your hand, you go into your character screen and you highlight your hand. So it uses it in cooking. It also uses it in clay making. There you go, there's the fried veg added to my cookbook. Now I'm going to highlight everything, and I'm going to put everything in the pan, and I'm going to do law, and it's saying it'll do a feline meal. It's low quality because I am low cooking skill. My hot food cooking is only 1.44 now, and I can maybe eat it, or is it too hot? No, it's alright. Slowly eat that. It's not adding to the calories, carbs, fats and proteins. That is probably because it doesn't have any cheese in it. I would have been better to put cheese in, but I haven't seen anything I can milk. But it's filled up my bars, which is fine. I've got 1.6 left on it. Take my frying pan out. Put it in. Put it out. Right. Snuff this. I could leave it to burn. If I leave it to burn, it will produce an ash. And you can use ash to make lye. And you can use lye mainly to use it in leatherworking, but you can also use it in masonry for doing mortar. Is it mortar and cement? Right, I want to snuff that, and it vanishes, and I don't get an ash on it because I've stopped it prematurely. Right, now if I don't know if it's going to allow me to do this actually. If I keep it on my character, it's because it's so low quality, it's going to start to decay like these. I'm going to see if it will let me put it in there. I'm going to put it in there and see how well it stores in there. And then hopefully it won't decay too much, otherwise tomorrow I'm going to end up having to make another one. But at the moment I'm all topped up, so that's nice. Put the kindling in there, put the frying pan in there. Right, that is the end of the stream. I'm all fed. Bit miffed about the food guy not feeding me, but it was good.